Everybody, happy Wednesday, June 14th, and welcome to Leading in the Moment with Geronda. I hope that you can join me live. If not, totally cool. This is always usually recorded, and I will post it once we are done. But I want to start by saying that I'm actually coming to you from a totally different state. I've finally officially moved to Maine. My partner and I are in our new house. This is not what the house looks like, but there is quite a few things around. So at some point, you will have a background of my office. But very excited to be here, and it was really a journey. I would say definitely a journey having four animals in the car, three cats who were in the back and a dog in the back seat. And we did it. We made it. We pushed through a lot of the adversity because we were very nervous on how this was gonna go. Had we not had all these different animals, it probably would have went a little different, but it was fine. It was awesome. So really excited about that. Just super, super excited. Um, so if you are joining live, I appreciate you. I want you to put live in the chat if you are joining live or in the comments, because I'd love to just see who's here, who's able to join, and make sure that I can acknowledge you in any way that I can. So today, instead of going into the topic right away, which is something I don't like to do, is just jump in. I do like to ask a question, but this is going to be a little bit different in terms of my usual leading in the moment, where I'm going to be putting out, or I want to put out a course in the fall, but I want to engage the interest in terms of the topics, what you would want to get from the course, what you want me to include in the course, and how we can structure this so that I'm providing the best value for each of you, and even others who may be interested in purchasing the course. So as I go through, more is going to come over the coming weeks and months, where I'll start to look through sharing my course, the outline, what I've been seeing in terms of interest. So I just love your perspective and your suggestions in that. So before getting into it, I do have a question I always like to ask. Um, and it's just really a personal question because I like to really get to know people who are joining this live stream. So the question is, are you an indoor person or are you an outdoor person? And I was having a conversation with somebody about this, and they're like, well, does outdoor person count if we like to glamp? I'm gonna say no. Unless you're going glamping in a cabin and you like to hike and do other things outside, fine. But you're still kind of inside in a cabin. You're not really outside in a tent. I digress. I digress. So for me, I'm more of an outdoor person. I do go fishing. I like to be outside, even if it's just to have a conversation around the fire. I like to do, I wouldn't say intense hikes, but mini hikes with folks. But I love to even be outdoors. If we go to a restaurant and eat, if there's the ability to be outdoors and eat outside in the patio deck, I love to do that. But I do enjoy camping. I do enjoy fishing. I do enjoy watching sports, doing sports. I'm more of an outdoorsy type of person. But I don't mind being indoors either, especially when it comes to watching movies. I know there's different outdoor activities where you can sit outside and watch a movie and things, but I like to be inside with my own food, all my popcorn, things I like to have available to me. And something super cool that we have here in Maine, in my new town, is a drive-in movie theater, which I've really haven't experienced. So I'm going to be doing that as well. But would love to have you comment. Are you an indoor, an outdoor person? And maybe just even some things that you like to do as well. So now let's get into the topic. I'm gonna also put this as a post, but I wanted to start off by having a video overview of this as well, because I like to, as best to my ability, offer different ways for people to consume information, and sometimes with posts it can be a little bit challenging. So maybe I'll do a video with that too. But I for many of you that know, I help leaders to build psychologically safe spaces through awareness so that they can provide great spaces for their teams, especially those who are historically marginalized. And so I've been talking a lot about psychological safety and the ability for folks to be innovative, to bring their full selves to work, whatever that means for them, and to have that trust in leadership. There's more to psychological safety than that. But I really would love to just see and gauge your interest in a course like this and what you would want to see in a course. Maybe there are things that you have attended where maybe there was something that you felt was missing. Maybe it wasn't as interactive. Maybe you wish there was more resources that were available. Maybe you wish that there was more of a breakdown of how you can engage with other people. Maybe it's more of a group coaching versus a individual coaching. So really, any topic or any suggestion, I'm very open to. And the title I'm working with right now, in terms of the title for the course that I want to offer in the fall, is Building a Fort of Trust, Nurturing Psychological Safety for Leaders. This is something I'm playing around with too, so even titles would be super helpful. But how does this feel to you when you hear this title as well? Building a Fort of Trust, Nurturing Psychological Safety for Leaders. And really, what I want this course to be is I want it to be interactive. I want it to feel like a community of people coming together to learn how to be the most effective leader that they can. But there's going to be some vulnerability in that as we look at the umbrella of psychological safety. I think oftentimes we look at psychological safety and we have a general understanding of the meaning, but do we really do the work and internalize our own bias or internalize our behaviors that impact our ability to lead effective teams? And it could even be things like um, leaders can also be a little too nice, and somebody says, "Well, why is that a bad thing?" It's not too bad to be nice, but you want to be kind. And even just the difference of being nice versus kind and how you can get the most out of your teams is something that's a huge topic that can be covered in this course. So in terms of other things like duration and time frame, still working that out. Really right now, it's to gauge, would you be interested in a course like this? If so, what type of information would you want included in this course? What are pain points that you wish that you can work upon in terms of, understanding the awareness? Maybe it's even things like, what is psychological, if I could even say the word, what is psychological safety? Why is it important? Why should I focus on it as a leader? I've heard of psychological safety before and I've attended all these different types of webinars or trainings around it, but I still feel like there's something missing. How can we engage further in this topic? So really, this is different than my other leading in the moments where I'm not giving content per se. I'm really doing some research to see how interested people would be in this topic. So again, there will be a post about this as well, and I'll include this video in it. But just anything you have on your mind, throw it in there. How are you feeling about the title? Does it feel weird? Do you like it? Do you wish it was different? Really anything that you have on your mind. So shorter version of leading in the moment, but very important because I want to continue to add value to everybody. And I've been looking forward to doing a course for a long time. So I'm very excited to be doing some research to figure out how this can happen. And our next leading in the moment will be taking place on June 28th, which is Wednesday, 12 p.m. Pacific and 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, if there's any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Look out for the post for more information and what I'm looking for to get out of your feedback and your feelings towards the course. And with that, I will say, have a fantastic, fantastic day. Thank you, everybody. Peace.